I think that governments need to respect religion, and you have the issue of where does one draw the line for religions being an exceptional institution in society or not an exceptional institution in society is a line that always is going to be vague, and I think that will there's no clear way to draw the line and how far you can go and where you shouldn't go further in terms of special respect for religion or non-respect for religion, if you will, or not special respect for religion. I want to move back to the issue of the Danish cartoons for a moment because there's one aspect of it that's very important. Everybody here who's at USC has an extraordinary experience because you're living in an exceptionally multi-religious, multi-ethnic, multi-racial community. It is abnormal. It's not normal. Most people don't have the opportunity that you have to interact with people of such otherness. And those of you who came here are already demonstrating a special merit, and that you're willing to come and to listen. You're demonstrating that you're willing to listen to a different story, a different narrative, a different perspective. It's really important. Most people in the world don't have this privilege. Your experience here at USC is going to have an impact on your life that's going to last forever. You may go back to your communities, wherever they may be, and may never have this opportunity to meet so many diverse people. But you're going to carry this experience with you forever. Most people in the world don't have this experience. One of the problems with the Danish cartoons was a gap between cultures and expectations and what I call different hot buttons. The Danes, for the most part, had no clue about the importance of the image, to use a word in a kind of funny way, of Muhammad in Islam. How Muhammad is felt as a religious leader to Muslims. Because in the West, the image of Jesus, for example, who is no less important to Christians than Muhammad is to Muslims. I mean, arguably because of the divine nature of Jesus to many of most Christians, one might even think is more important to Christians than the essence of Muhammad is to Muslims. But in the West, Westerners are used to critiquing and making fun of even important religious leaders. Now, there are people who are offended when people make fun of Jesus. There's no question about it. Are extremely offended. But it's kind of understood to be part of the culture. It might be, you may say, they're going too far, but it's not considered, what is the word for it, totally over the line. And so Danes, I think, for the most part, were like shocked at how drastic it was for the Muslims to have this kind of critique made. Then it goes the other way as well. It doesn't mean that Danes have no respect for religious leadership. I think they do have respect for religious leaders. But within that culture, there is a level of acceptance of critique and even making fun of that is in a totally different level than it is to most Muslim cultures and Muslim societies. It goes the other way as well. I don't think Muslims are, for the most part throughout the world, are against freedom of speech. I think they desire freedom of speech and they respect it deeply. But they don't relate to the issue of freedom of speech. That becomes a red button or a hot button to many people in the West, more so even though than to Muslims. So you have this kind of conflict, I think, of culture. And if Danes knew Muslims better, had more experience relating to Muslims in their communities, because there was a real separation, and traveling and getting to know people in other parts of the world. And if Muslims had the opportunity to spend more time in the West or to relate with more Westerners in other parts of the world, I think that that would have been diffused. Part of the issue is the kind of living in kind of bunker cultures where there is a sense of almost cultural tribalism, one against the other, and it doesn't allow the kind of sensitivity that's necessary to live in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multi-racial, pluralistic world. And we're not becoming less of